Students, today we will study Chapter 10 Respiration in Organisms. Our first topic is why do we breathe? Each cell of an organism performs certain functions such as nutrition, transport, excretion, and reproduction. To perform these functions, the cells need energy. The food we eat has stored energy which is released during respiration. Therefore, all living organisms respire to get energy from food. I think everybody knows that the food we eat, we get energy from that food, and the respiration plays important role in getting energy from that food. Our next topic is cellular respiration. The oxygen we take in during breathing helps into breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy. It is called cellular respiration. It is mainly of two types, students. First is aerobic respiration. When breakdown of glucose occurs in the presence of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. Glucose breaks down into carbon dioxide and water in this process. Students, our next topic is anaerobic respiration. When breakdown of glucose occurs without the use of oxygen, it is called anaerobic respiration. It releases energy. Glucose breaks down into alcohol and carbon dioxide in this process. During heavy exercise, the demand for energy is high, but supply of oxygen to produce energy is limited. So, during this time, anaerobic respiration takes place in our muscles. Lactic acid is formed during this process, due to which cramps occur. I think you must have felt those cramps sometime. So, to get relief, hot water bath or massage is beneficial as it improves blood circulation. As a result, supply of oxygen to muscles increases, which result in the breakdown of lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water, and we feel better after that. Student, our next topic is breathing. Breathing means taking in air rich in oxygen and giving out air rich in carbon dioxide with the help of respiratory organ. The taking in of air rich in oxygen into the body is called inhalation, and the giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide is known as exhalation. It is a continuous process which goes on all the time and throughout the life of an organism. Either you are sleeping or you are doing some work, respiration continues whole time. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is termed as the breathing rate. The average breathing rate for human being is 12 to 18 breaths per minute. Student, our next topic is how do we breathe? Normally, we take in air through nostrils. When we inhale air, it passes from our nostrils to the nasal cavity. From the nasal cavity, the air reaches over lungs through the windpipe. Lungs are present in the chest cavity. This cavity is surrounded by the ribs on the sides. A large muscular sheet called diaphragm forms the floor of the chest cavity. Breathing involves the movement of diaphragm and the rib cage. During inhalation, ribs move in and outward and diaphragm moves down. This movement increases space in our chest cavity and air rushes into the lungs. During exhalation, ribs move down and inwards while the diaphragm moves up. This reduces the size of the chest cavity and the air is pushed out of the lungs. Our next topic is breathing in other animals. Students, animals such as elephants, lions, cows, goats, frogs, lizards, snakes, birds have lungs in their chest cavities. We will study about cockroach now. Cockroach has small openings on the sides of its body. These openings are called spiracles. Insects have a network of air tubes called trachea for gas exchange. Oxygen rich air rushes through spiracles into the tracheal tubes, diffuses into the body tissues, and reaches every cell of the body. Similarly, carbon dioxide from the cells goes into the tracheal tubes and moves out through spiracles. Our next topic is breathing underwater. Students, everybody knows that fish live in water. Now we will study about fish, how breathing takes place in fish. Gills in fish help them to use oxygen dissolved in water. Gills are projections of the skin. Gills are well supplied with the blood vessels for exchange of gases. Our next topic is, do plants also respire? Like other living organisms, plants also respire for their survival. They also take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide. In the cells, oxygen is used to break down glucose into carbon dioxide and water, as in other organisms. Leaves of the plant have tiny pores called stomata for exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Students, you can perform the activity given on page number 13, table 10.2 with your family members to see how your chest size change during inhalation and exhalation.